Hi everyone, welcome to Elisa's Real Estate Notes. The biggest challenge for most homeowners is saving up for that down payment. With creative financing, many homeowners are still finding ways to be able to skip putting down that traditional 20% and finance up to 97% of the cost of their home. Now this may sound like a good idea at the time, but it will most likely come back to bite you in the butt later on down the line. Low down payments equal a higher interest rate, and you'll have to buy private mortgage insurance because of the lack of any significant equity that you'll have in your home, and banks will assume that you have a higher chance of defaulting. Here are some tips on approaching the down payment. It's very important that you make sure you pay down your debt. Don't focus so much on saving up for the down payment that you let your debt accumulate. A higher credit card balance will only lead to a lower credit score, and it will limit the amount of money that you're able to borrow. Your monthly debt service, things like your car loans, home loans, and student loans, cannot exceed more than 40% of your gross income. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm not a fan of paying down your debt and then putting down less for your down payment. Putting less down only costs you more money on the back end because you'll end up paying more in interest. To truly build wealth, you need to eliminate your debt, not increase your future debt. I recommend paying your debt down and then waiting a year or so that you're able to add more money to your down payment fund. Alright, so now that you have your responsible approach for saving for your down payment, it's very important to understand what you're able to afford. Knowing that you are going to put down as close to 20% as possible should be a huge factor in knowing what you're going to be able to afford. Remember, just because you can finance up to 90% of the cost of your home does not mean that you should. The rule of thumb is that all of your monthly expenses, your taxes, your insurance, your mortgage payments, should not exceed more than 28% of your gross income. Also remember that closing costs will add another 3 to 5% to your total, and you should always save a couple of $1,000s just in case you have any emergency expenses or repairs. You never know what's going to happen. SmartMoney.com is a great place for you to go. They can definitely help you decide what you're able to afford. Well, when it comes to finally getting that loan, good credit is key. If you need help improving your credit score, you definitely need to check out my 6 tips to improving your credit score. Now, the government is also a great source in getting down payment assistance. You can actually get up to $13,000 from the government. In addition to the $8,000 tax credit, that remember all you need to do is not have purchased your primary residence in the last 3 years and you're able to tap into that money. HUD also gives money to states for low to moderate income families. Most young professionals actually qualify for a $3,000 to $5,000 grant. So if you couple that with the first-time homebuyer tax credit, that is up to $13,000 that you can get towards your down payment from the government. To check out more information on this, go to ginniemay.gov. That's a great place for you to get more information on programs and resources that you can qualify for. Alright, so there you go. Now you have a responsible way for saving for your down payment and some great places to go so that you can find out what you're able to afford. Thank you so much for joining me on Elisa's Real Estate Notes, and I will see you next time.